come on into the kitchen. I'm sharing my favorite deviled egg recipe. Now, to get the best deviled eggs, we got to start the eggs off in the right way. So here I have a dozen eggs. My biggest tip here is to start with older eggs, not fresh eggs. And then you're going to cover them with water. Bring them up to a boil on medium to high heat. And once it boils, put the lid on. Now you need to turn the fire off and let these sit for 10 minutes. They peel easily every time. So I got them peeled here. Gonna move them out of the way and create my station here to get ready for the deviled eggs. So I'm gonna start by just slicing this in half. And then what I'm gonna do is just scoop out the yolk of the egg and put it in my bowl so that I can start preparing the filling. And then I'll just put the whites in my tray here, and I will link these trays, these deviled egg trays, in the description box. These things come in handy for transporting, for keeping in the refrigerator. They, again, just one of those must-haves in the kitchen. But I'm going to go ahead and just continue to slice these up. And what I do want to mention and show you, as you can see with the first egg, and you'll see right now, you see how bright and yellow these egg yolks are? When you cook them perfectly, this is exactly how it turns out. We don't want any of that green and nasty yolk. All right, let's move on to the filling for our deviled eggs. So I'm going to start with some celery salt. I really like the flavor that this adds in. Also, I have some chopped up chives. You could use green onion in here. That would be delicious as well. Give the same kind of onion flavor. I got some sweet relish. You could use dill, but I do like the balance of the sweet here. Got a little bit of mustard. And then I'm going to add a little bit of mayonnaise. Now, you could add any other additions that you want and just really take this over the top. Sometimes I do bacon, sometimes I do peppers. It depends. Now, the best way to mix it for me, in my opinion, here is just a fork, because I can kind of get in there and press it down while scooping together and mixing the other ingredients. So I'm going to get this mixed up, and then we will fill up our egg whites. Okay, I almost forgot one thing. Gotta add some cracked black pepper here. And again, my secret ingredient before we fill this into the egg whites, a couple dashes of hot sauce. I'm telling you, try it. It is that extra thing, like, these taste different from anybody else's deviled eggs I've had. So just go ahead and add it in. It wouldn't change the color that much, especially not to know that it's there. But it's just kind of one of those background notes. But I'm going to get it mixed in well, and then moving on. Now we're just going to scoop and fill our egg whites. Be careful not to overfill these. Sometimes when you pick them up, they'll break if they're overfilled. So I'm just going to give a generous enough filling to each one, and then I will show you what I put on top. Now, at this point, I like to go ahead and dust the top with some paprika. I do it here in this tray that I refrigerate in, as opposed to my serving tray, so that it won't get stained. So I'm going to go all the way high, give it a good sprinkle, and then let these sit for a little while. And here is the finished product. These are delicious. And trust me, double the batch, they go fast.